Hi, I'm Jhonna, and this is my channel, Jhonna Unfiltered. This channel is my learning diary, where I share my journey of discovering everything from personality types to how to care for different dog and cat breeds. And I want to be clear, I am not a professional veterinarian or a pet expert. I am just someone who is learning, step by step, and sharing what I find along the way. Because I want this diary to stay real and grounded, I have a small request. It has been getting harder to find good, clear, and natural pet photos online. And honestly, a lot of AI images just don't feel right. They look a bit off sometimes. And I would rather show real pets, real faces, real personalities. So, if you want your dog or cat to be part of this channel, you can send a high-quality photo to jhonna.unfiltered@zohomail.com. When you send it, please include your pet's name, their breed, and yes, mixed breeds are very welcome here. Also, tell me a bit about their personality, like if they are playful, shy, clingy, or independent, so I can introduce them properly. And please include a short note that gives me permission to use their photos in this channel and future videos. I can't promise when your pet will appear, but having real pets from real people will make this channel feel more alive, more honest, and more connected. And I really want that. I want this to feel like a shared space, not just me talking alone. Now, let's get into today's video. So today, we're talking about the American Wirehair cat. And I'm going to be honest with you right away. This is one of those breeds that made me pause and think, wait, is that really a cat? Because their fur looks so different from what we are used to. Most cats have soft, smooth, almost silky fur, right? But this one, it looks rough. Almost like it has texture. Like it was styled on purpose. And that's actually why some people call it the punk rocker of the cat world. And here's the interesting part. This cat did not come from years and years of planned breeding. It actually started from a random mutation, meaning a natural change in genetics that just happened. This was in New York around 1966. One kitten was born with this unusual coat. And instead of disappearing, that trait continued. And over time, it became a recognized breed. So, what makes them really different? It's the coat. Their fur is not flat. It is crimped, bent, or even hooked, which means if you touch it, it doesn't feel soft like most cats. It feels springy and a bit coarse. Some people even say it feels like a scouring pad, or like those wire-haired dogs. And what surprised me is that even their whiskers can be curly. Imagine that. Even the whiskers are not straight. But here's something simple to understand. This wire trait is dominant, which means if one parent has it, there is a high chance the kittens will have it too. But not all of them will look exactly the same. Some will have tighter curls. Others will just look slightly wavy. So even within the same breed, there's variation. Now, in terms of body, they actually look quite normal compared to other cats. They're similar to the American Shorthair, which means they have a strong, muscular build. Not too thin, not too chunky. Just balanced. They usually weigh around 8 to 15 pounds, which is a healthy medium to large size. Their face is round. Their eyes are big and open. And overall, they have that calm, gentle look. But what really matters for most people is personality, right? Because you don't live with a coat. You live with a personality. And this is where the American Wirehair becomes very easy to love. They are not too demanding, but they are not cold either. They like being around people. They will follow you around the house sometimes. But they don't always need to sit on your lap. They are okay, just being near you. And honestly, that kind of balance is rare. They are also smart. And when I say smart, I mean they observe, they watch, they learn patterns. They enjoy simple games, puzzle toys, or even basic tricks. And they also have that natural hunting instinct. So don't be surprised if they suddenly focus on something small moving across the floor. That's just part of who they are. Another thing I noticed is how adaptable they are. They can adjust to different homes, different routines, and even other pets. So if you have a dog or another cat, there's a good chance they can get along. Of course, proper introduction still matters. But their personality helps a lot. Now let's talk about care. Because this is where people sometimes get confused. You might think, oh, their coat looks rough, maybe it needs more brushing. But actually, it's the opposite. Brushing too much can damage the texture. It can break the hair, or remove that natural crimp. So gentle grooming, maybe once a week, is enough. Just a light comb. Nothing aggressive. Also, their skin can get a bit oily because the coat doesn't absorb oil the same way soft fur does. So some of them may need occasional baths. Not too often. Just when needed. Using a mild shampoo. And yes, I know, bathing a cat sounds like a challenge, but it depends on how early they get used to it. Their ears also need checking, because the curly hair inside can trap wax. So just a simple check from time to time is enough. No need to overdo it. Health-wise, they are generally strong. Since they are closely related to American Shorthairs, they don't have a long list of unique genetic problems. But like many cats, there is still a risk of a heart condition called hypertrophic cardiomyopathy, or HCM, which basically means the heart muscle becomes too thick. So regular vet checkups are still important. And here's something I didn't expect. Because their coat can be a bit thin or open, they can get sunburned more easily, especially if they spend too much time near windows with strong sunlight. So yes, even indoor cats need some protection from too much sun. Now, I also want to be honest about something in this video. The photos you are seeing, I got them from a free website. And there's a chance that not all of them are pure American Wirehair cats. And I want to say sorry about that in advance. Because I'm not a visual learner. I don't easily notice small differences just by looking. I learn more by reading and listening. So this video is really more about the story, the facts, and what I'm learning. So if you are someone who needs perfect visuals, perfect labeling, and exact accuracy in every image, this channel might not be the best fit for you. And that's okay. But if you're someone who enjoys learning step by step, even with small mistakes along the way, then you're in the right place. Because that's exactly what this is. A learning diary, not a perfect guide. And honestly, I think there's something nice about that. Learning without pressure. Learning without pretending to be an expert. Just being real about what you know and what you don't know. So now I want to ask you something. Have you ever seen a cat like this in real life? Or do you prefer the usual soft, fluffy type? And if you had to choose, would you pick a cat based on looks or personality? Thanks for watching. If this video resonated with you, please consider hitting the subscribe button. I want to be upfront and share that I use this text-to-speech voice to tell my stories because as a full-time ESL teacher, I have to be very careful with my vocal cords. Managing vocal nodules means I have to save my voice for my students, but I didn't want that to stop me from sharing these unfiltered thoughts with you. I'm Jhonna, and I'm currently working toward my goal of 1,000 subscribers so I can finally monetize this channel and turn this passion into a sustainable part of my future. This is my diary of solo living here in the Philippines, and your support, whether through a comment or a sub, helps me keep this channel growing. If you would like to help out even more, you can check out the Buy a Treat for My Pets link in the description. My dogs definitely appreciate the love. Make sure you are subscribed so you do not miss the next update. Thank you for being such an important part of this journey. I'm Jhonna, and I will see you in the next one.